Let's see, is that working? Am I getting something? Let's see if this works. Test 1, 2. I got some microphone coming in. Whoa. Test 1, 2. Hey, there we go. That looks like something. Let's see if that's working. The problem is I can't check my stream until like minutes later. For whatever reason, YouTube's streaming widget here is a little funky and it like comes in minutes later. All right, let me just check one last thing. All right, can anybody hear me? Yay, okay, cool. I totally forgot how to set this thing up. My lighting is all funky. I don't know what's going on. But we're gonna try doing a little bit of work on a duck today. See if it's working. See if I can make this other part work okay. Yeah, it's so weird. The stream, I can't see how it looks at all. It's like way behind what I'm at, and I don't know how to make it not be that way. If that makes sense. Sure, I can turn the music down a little bit. Yeah, it's just so weird. I don't understand. I don't know if the microphone is actually using the right microphone either. Yeah, that should be the right one. Okay, test 1, 2. How would I sound now? I still look like I'm a little quiet on this thing. Yeah, the Rode mic should be +3. Is that better? Am I better noise-wise? Oh wait, nope. Is that better? Cool. We'll try that out. Yeah, I just can't. There's like my like stream thing. It's really hard to tell. I know that when I was doing Twitch, it was a lot quicker, but there's no way to like speed it back up over here. So, or like catch up to the stream if I like refresh or pause and start the stream, it's a little bit behind where it is always. Music is just too loud. Okay. Yeah, it's weird because this is exactly the same settings as I used before. So I wonder if something changed in the music volume. Oh my God, it's like non-existent. Weird. Yeah, I don't understand why things are so different in this. It's a little bit frustrating, but what are you gonna do? I can't tell. Oh, well. Okay, so today I'm gonna be working on a fursuit head. I haven't actually done that on stream. I don't think I've worked on Death Wolf a little bit, but I haven't worked on a full fursuit head before. So I don't know if I'm gonna get all the way through it or not, but we'll get started. I'll probably get a good chunk of the way, if not most or all-ish, but there'll probably be revisions because I'm going to talk to the client and figure out some things. The only other thing, oh yeah, update stuff. So I just opened and closed for quotes. I got a couple of really cool ones coming up. I don't want to say too much until the contracts are signed or anything, but all of them that were interested, I reached out to and gave an offer for their project accepted, so at least verbally. So we just make sure. But there's some cool projects which I'm looking forward to. And then let's see the other stuff. Oh, I'm working on a Vortex video. I just filmed all the B-roll, which means my trash can is now full of Vortex parts, like all his spare fingers, pieces, and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. It's nice to get rid of that stuff and purge it. I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do next video-wise, but I'm not exactly sure. I might do a little bit more focus on like getting there's a test I want to, there's like smoothing 3D prints as a video I think would be really fun, because I've been playing around with that a bit and I don't know if I have the best answer yet, but I feel like doing a video will help me figure that out. And then let's see what else. Yeah, I got 2 suits in the works right now. A bunch of things planned. I'm very excited about stuff. So, oh, I will show you one cool thing, which I don't know if I've shown here yet. I don't think I have, but let me go grab it. So this is my new electronics box for Vortex. I was working on it, on the wiring of it on stream last time, but I didn't actually finish it, but I finished it and made a cool housing for it too. So this is the actual box itself. It has a lid that can screw on when I am ready to use it. It has a bunch of ports on the side. So this is the ears and the eye. They just both have E's, but one's a 4-prong and one's a 6, so it's kind of easy to tell. And then the bottom side has the control, which is the C, and then the T is the is my autofocus not working? I don't think autofocus is happening. T is the tail. So those are the wiring. It runs off of a 9-volt battery, which is housed in here, which is kind of cool. Let me see, I can pop it loose. So yeah, you can see there's the 9-volt in there. Or I can still pop power with USB, but this is kind of cool because the 9-volt battery housing has a, close. It also has an on-off switch right there, which is kind of sweet. So I can turn it on and off remotely from that spot. It also has the housing for the battery pack, which you plug it in and you can just slide it in there, and it's all one solid unit. So way cooler, way nicer than it was before. A little bit of an upgrade. Very proud of that. So I have a little bit in the next video I have a little bit breaking down of what this is. I took some time lapse of me working on the model of it and stuff too. So that'll be a cool little add-on to this process. Let's see. But yeah, I think with that, let's jump into the actual work of the stream. I'm gonna go to my iPad capture here. Hey, it looks good. Look at that. So this is for Duino. It's a duck. I actually duck head. Woo. This is Duino's. Going to be it for Duino. I took a scan of him at MFF earlier this year, so I can get this head shape. We're going to try to do a moving jaw with it, and that having the scan is kind of helpful for that. So I'm actually going to rotate him. Oops. Where'd he go? Home. Oh, he just got undid. Home. There we go. We're going to go like this. Why does it snap? Oh, your snap is too much. Your snap is too much. turn off that snap. Get him about upright. So I'm going to start working with this as a head base. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on working. I've got reference sheets, you know, hanging out in front of me. I've got this document he gave me, which talks a little bit about how he's going to be working on it, or he wants me to, or like what he's looking for specifically. But my favorite part was the document is 4 pages, and the last page of which says, is this part, I printed them in smaller amounts so that'd be easier. And it just says bigger ass. And I thought that was fun and important, and that you all should know that is what he wants. So we're gonna make that happen. I'm gonna record this screen as well, just to see what we can do. Yeah, so I'm gonna start by just putting in a basic head shape. We're gonna add a layer in here. Ooh, my pen's a little funky. What's going on? Add a sphere. Gizmo. Where you at, buddy? There you are. Oh, you're right there. Okay, so we need to make you big. I'm actually going to take this and simplify. Laura, hello. Smooth. I'm going to smooth him out a little bit. Oh man, I haven't used this program in a bit. This doesn't have symmetry. Smooth and simplify him. Actually, I'll hide this layer. Hide that layer. And then we're going to front view. Simplify him just a little bit. I might mirror him and make that happen. This will make my life a little easier. In fact, now we can do quad remesh. What if I add symmetry to this and half it? Okay, cool. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna duplicate you. I want to see my symmetry lines, show them. Show that line. Cool, cool. Now we go front view. We're gonna just grab everything. Looks pretty good. Now we're going to try this again. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit off. Cancel that. That looks better. The fun thing is, faces aren't symmetrical, like, at all. So you just kind of like gotta make it work. And as long as it's about the same size, it's usually okay. but I just want to make it symmetrical so that it's easier to work with later. That looks much better. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, cool. I like that. I'm going to smooth a little bit of the head. Be pretty aggressive with this. And then we're going to go back in here and we will half that. That looks much easier to work with. How many? So right now we have 7,222 vertices. It's a bit much. So I'm going to do a little bit more and just go ahead and start trimming stuff out of here. Boop. Reset. We'll do like a whoop. Trim. That's pretty good. Oops, undo that one. Reset. Trim. Reset. Smooth. Looks fine to me. Oh, look at that, look cool little collar thing going on. All right, I like it. The last thing I'm going to do is go back to quad remesher and have it maybe a couple of times. Now we're at 168, so we've lost 600,000 vertices. Oops, cancel that. Half one more time. This should give us a pretty reasonable model, and we can look at the wireframe of it. Look at that. Much more simplified. And we're going to smooth some stuff out just to clean it up a bit more. It'll be easier to smooth now that he's not so pointy. That looks good. I like that. Cool. All right. I'm going to do this little thing here where I'm going to move his under the chin area just a little bit. This will help me find where his point will be so I can get marking in there. His hair doesn't need to be so big. So let's smooth that point down. Let's get this, because when I take away part of the head, it's gonna get a little funky if I don't try to smooth some of this stuff out. I'll be more comfortable if I can get it just a little bit better here. Oops, that's way too aggressive. We're gonna move, shrink the intensity. Smooth it again. Cool. That looks pretty decent. Might be a little tall on the top, but that's okay. We can always add in like little pad pieces in there. Look at that. There he is. Cool. All right. Now back to actually doing work. Pew. All right. So we're just going to gizmo. Why do you be this way? Oops, that's why. All right, now we're gonna validate that, and we'll move. Well, okay, now we're gonna have fun. All right, so ducks look cool sometimes, I guess. We're gonna move some things around. He doesn't need to be too tall on the top of the head. Back of the head, we're gonna have that pretty tight to the back of the head this time. I think last time I didn't do it as tight, but we'll get this going. There's his chin, so I'll do that. Cool, cool. Basic head shape, looks decent. Pulling up some art. Yeah, I think he's gonna have pretty aggressive, like, crease along this part of the face there. Increase the size. All right, looks good. Move this part forward. Let's see, he's gonna be pretty short in the face here. And then we'll smooth this. Let me make sure my camera is in a good spot for where I'm at. Looks pretty good. Cool. How is everybody doing? Is everybody doing okay? Hello. Huh. Okay. Weird. All right. Is that problem happening to other people? I'm just curious. Does anybody else see me? I'm moving on the camera. The capture isn't happening. I see. Weird. I wonder what happened. It's just you stuck there. Here I am I've done so much work since that point. iPad capture. That's gonna do all sorts of weird stuff. Is that better? That should do it. Now he's different. Hopefully that fixed it. I'm still, oh man, OBS doesn't make any sense to me most of the time. I don't there's a lot of times where I'm like, every time I load it up, I have to reset every input. So that's fun. It's weird that it's even using my phone as a capture input method. There we go. Now this, he's so smooth. Yeah, so this is what you missed, which was me smoothing you out a bit. so and mirroring you so you're symmetrical. It's a little easier to deal with. But now I'm working on this part. So yeah, hopefully it's showing up on my screen now too, and I know what to expect. Okay, cool. All right, back to work. Now I can be less distracted. All right, so that looks good there. I think the head shape is too far in here. Shrink the size there. I definitely need like stream helpers who call me out when something's not working because I'm not very good at it. I'm gonna put in some eyes real quick, I think. That's wise. It's so aggressive. Intensity is way strong. That's crazy strong. Why are you so strong? Okay, so your eyes are like there. Oh, weird. Where are your real eyes? There are your real eyes. Okay, cool. Let's we're gonna add a new sphere. Mirrored. Bring you back out. Whoop. Perfect. I love it. I think this is got done, honestly. No notes. Maybe that's like Bubsy 3D eyes going on. JK. All right, that's something to start with. Okay, so we're gonna grab. All right, we're starting to get something. All right, we're gonna go back here, do this, do that, that. This one goes back on. Brush, substitute tray. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna move and bring you back out here. Like how this looks, move. What I'll do is I'm going to do trim. Wow, this is aggressive. What happened to my pen sensitivity here? Everything is like really sensitive, and it usually isn't this bad. They must have done an update and changed some things, because this is crazy. Yeah, because smoothing is like barely doing anything. I don't want to mess with these too much more because I need a beak. I need to figure out what the beak is happening. Oh, I'm so excited about the suits and I got lined up though. Very excited. One, I'll talk a little bit about it, I guess. One is something I've wanted to do for something super long that, like, at least in theme, is plush gore. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then the other one is based straight up off of a Disney character. So I'm excited about that too, because I do love both of those things. Oh, there we go. That's starting to look like something. All right, let's put my beak in here. All beak and no bite. Yeah, the plush core one's gonna be cool because it'll be like it'll be, the concept is like its guts can come out, but they're all like plush and like pockets for various things, which is kind of adorable. It's gonna be a little gross, but also cute, and I kind of love that vibe. So we'll see how it goes. That's not what I wanted. This is still really tall, huh? Yeah, I can probably shrink that down just a little bit, like that. Yeah. Probably drop that in here like that. That looks pretty good. I think that we don't want it to be too big back there. Yeah, the plush gore thing I'm excited about. The Disney one is based on a Winnie the Pooh character, and I won't see more than that, but oh, I want to do them. They're so cool. Let's just make him a mallard. Punked. Get punked. I'm going to make you a different type of duck. Look at that. A little Daffy going on there. Not too tall up there. I think like there is probably good enough. We only did bring that in. Yeah. Tune shapes. I want to find better music to play. I'm not really sure like what good royalty-free stuff is, so I don't get like, because YouTube's pretty aggressive about demonetized stuff. went to this just because it made sense to me. It's not too offensive. It's fine to work with, but man, I do miss my normal work music, which is like mostly just like J-pop lately. Oops, turn off dynamic topology. All right. Why is this on still? Lower. Smooth. Whoa. Everything is dynamic topologizing automatically. Why is that? Let's quad remesh and same. And then we'll smooth. Yes. I think this goes. Move. Yes. Got to get it just right. It's like finding, like, you know, like woodworking, if you find the sculpture inside of there. This is more like forcing it out. Drag it, kicking and screaming. I kind of like this like flat thing here. I wonder if I can like mimic that kind of like thing. This is too much. I feel like flattening it is, oh yeah. A little bit less than that probably, but, and then maybe like a little bit of flat, smaller, a little less aggressive, flattening there, this plane. It's starting to be something. It's a little too much shape. He looks worried. Please no. It's got a little too much, I think, here. But I do think we got to go back. A little bit further. Yeah, that's nice. That's the ticket. This definitely doesn't go back far enough. Yeah. This will probably go up to there, though. Smooth this area in. And then we move this one back a little bit more. Let me do that crease thing again. Okay, we should have like, what about like retractable teeth? Wouldn't that be a fun option? So you can like fully Storks it. You start talking and you're just like pop in. Yeah. All right, I'm digging the shape so far, though I think that we need like to pinch this, or we need to crease this in the opposite direction around the beak here. Yeah, that's better. Pull it down just a little bit more. Move this around. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do something a little bit funky. I'm going to copy this layer, hide it, and then I'm going to grab a trim. Oh, they changed how this works. Oh, they've definitely modified some of this stuff. Let me simplify this over here. Actually, think a little bit like that. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we will make sure we stay there. We trim this. And then we go to the, wait, then I go to the other one. So this is the upper. There we go, turn that off. We go to this one, and we go here, and then we invert the selection, and we do that. And now we should have a rough, actually if I do that, probably get rid of that. All right, I like that, we'll do that. And then reset that, add them both back in here. And now I can play with them a little bit more. Cool, cool, cool. Let's hide this one. Well, actually, X-ray on that, and we can flatten. Quad remesh the same. I don't need face groups selected for this actually, so let's turn off face groups, same that. There we go. All right. I like this so far, but we got a little bit of work to do here. I think the beak needs to be a little sharper and shorter. That's kind of cool. Does it curve down? Yeah, kind of like, I don't know if it curves down this much though. I can also bring my trim tool back out and just like, flip that polygon. too many splots. I just think that this always goes a little crazy with the splining. Oh man, I just finished. I beat Outer Wilds a while ago, and I started playing the DLC when I first beat it, but it was kind of like I just beat the game and I didn't have any desire. I didn't have the desire to play anymore because the ending of that game is so good. So I just started. I recently at the. I was inspired by my friend Kilmo, who had been playing the Echoes of the Eye DLC, and so I went back and played it, and oh my god, it was so good. But oh my god, it was also a lot scarier than the main game. I don't know if anybody has played that game, but oh, such an incredible game. One of the best games of all time. I feel like you kind of need it like a... Whoa. A little bit of a crease in here, maybe. Just a lot less crease there. What is it doing? There's definitely some weirdness happening with Apple Pencil stuff right now. I don't know what that is. That's this little guy. What are you doing over here? Huh? Like how? Okay, this is one of those things I can't remember how to do this because it happens so rarely. There's like a miscellaneous. I don't see it here. Oh, I see. It's not even sticking out. It's just... Okay. So if I just smooth it, it should go away. Nice. Okay, cool. Looks pretty good. I feel like the lower jaw is a little too big. Maybe like it's like this kind of thing. That's looking okay. So this is separated. It has to be separated for the joint to work, though I will connect the fabrics at this point. So there'll be a little bit of stretch and squish there. Yeah, feels a little long still. So let's do a thing where we grab both of these and then we gizmo it and we just go like, that looks a little bit better. It's so weird not doing ears. I don't know the last time I sculpted a head that didn't have ears. I think what I want to do is have this go up pretty tight in here. Maybe I go like this. I'm gonna try something. Just like aggressively largely grab this whole thing. And maybe like move it like that. Like that. That definitely needs like a little bit of both. Kind of tilt out and in. It's so stupid right now. It's in that phase where you're like, oh God, did I do the right job? Am I in the right career? this is so big to begin with. The beak is kind of having to meld in with that, and I think that might be my problem. I don't think I've ever actually used this cone before. Validate it, move it over, whoop, move it over here, and It's very heavy right now. Let's check out. Yeah, eye's in a good place. Okay, well, I think I've got a good rough shape here. I just need to kind of let it ruminate a little bit. This little area is here a little funky, but I think that's just kind of have to be that way. I'll have to remesh some stuff here so that it becomes one big cohesive unit as far as that goes. I think it's just a matter of me figuring out. I might just go in and do some sketching over this to figure out where I want beak interaction to happen. Because like this is a little funky here, especially. I could shrink this down a little bit. Funkiness happening over here too. I'm gonna remesh this. Same. That looks better. I think I want like clean up the planes here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure it's not like too long. How the eyes and the ears or the eyes and the beak interact, because I like the like low look that it's got, knowing that there's going to be fur in here, so that's thinning. That's going to be a little thinner than it is right now. I think that's just a matter of like getting some of these eye shapes figured out, because like, yeah, it's just a little funky here. I mean, even that's already getting a bit better. It's just like finessing the little bits. And the cool thing about this and being in 3D is that like I can keep messing with it until I'm really happy. Gosh, the character's so good. He still looks a little long on the front, I think. I like this. So I like, what I really want to do, I think, is like just a little like the inside of this. Let's see if I can like x-ray it in here. I'm gonna see if I can do this right. Trim. I think it would be really cool if I could get like this last little bit to be like curved downwards a little bit. So when you speak, that like opens up a little bit more. Oh, it moved it. Oh, that's why. That'll do it. That's why it's messing up so much. Let's try that. And then brush. Now we do this. I want to do this. And then I want to like gizmo you, but can I move you? There-ish. Probably like there. Now if I like you talk, you get this kind of action. Yeah, I like that, like the lower beak not being exactly flat at the bottom. Like if it's just a little bit curved, it's kind of more toony. It's almost like a lip in a way. Ah, and then you unhinge your jaw. We'll see if we can make that work, but that's about where the pivot point should be. If this is all one piece and then it connects there and this is fairly soft, then this should just rotate. Big sandal. Yes. Eat it up, yum. But even that's like cute. Like open like that is a good shape. I like that more than like a flat jaw. I don't remember what if we did. I did flat before. Yeah, I did it very flat before. And I think that can be better if it's not flat. Cool. I think I'm gonna not fuss too much more with this. Yeah, because I kind of like, there being, I feel like sometimes I can like simplify shapes a little too much. And That's not what we want. Brush sub. I think these little dingly bobs on the side are a little funky still. I kind of think it needs to move back even further still too on the sides, but because if we can get behind the eye, I think it's going to look really strong. And then this just gets like pulled over that way. These are just going to be like triangular flaps with fur in them, just to give it a little bit more shape. Fur will fill in those shapes pretty well too. That's the weird thing about this, is it looks funky, but it's going to get filled in. That whole thing, the thinner you have them, the more defined they are, but this is going to get an inch of fur, so it's a little bit funky. But I think that it should go back further though, like maybe like that. I like it. I'm digging it. The eyes aren't quite right there, and I don't know what that shape is. I think they might be too tall. But it's hard to say because that gives you room for lids. Because, like, if I just clone this, boop, and then we do like a gizmo, scale up just a tiny bit, like that. I do trim, reset. And go in here and just like, let's see what's a good, like something. All right, redo, reset, lasso. Oops. And we get rid of that. Yeah, something like that. That kind of gives us a good idea of like what that'll look like with the lids. I honestly see you lidded most of the time in some way. He's just. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's kind of cool. So this needs more work. The beak needs a little bit of organization. But I like the overall shape. The profile, I feel, is pretty strong right now. I think that maybe a little bit of like, this gets just a little bit more aggressively turned up. Oh, yeah. Cool. Okay. I think I'm going to call it done for now. I'm going to talk with Duino a little bit about this stuff. Message you and send you some pictures and all that stuff. And we can this is definitely not finished. It's definitely not ready to be printed or worked directly with. I think there's some more in here that I'm not quite seeing yet. I still feel like, so the weirdness is always this, like, something I struggle with is I want to see more of the sides of the eye, or the eyes from the sides, but the more you make that look, the bigger you make the eyes. And at the same time, I don't want to make them too big that they become, at least, and especially horizontally. You kind of have to manage that by messing with them vertically to get the sizes all looking right. But I don't know. Okay, I could just do this forever. This is what I do in the mornings when I'm playing with designs. I'm just like, do I like this more or this more? It's like the optometrist. You're just like, which of these do you like more? They're the same. They're identical. Cool. I like the front view though. This is big. All right, I'm going to call it there for now. I think I'm just going to keep doing this forever. I know, I've said that like 3 times. So I'm putting my pencil down. Pencil is down. I'm leaving this camera view. I'm going to stop recording. And then I have to just be me on camera. Look, it's me. Hello. Thanks for coming, y'all. It looks like we had quite a few people. I think YouTube is having some weirdness on their streaming side, judging by the notifications I've been getting lately on the just in general YouTube stuff. But thank you for coming. Wow, I'm really dark in here, aren't I? Weird. Oh, it's this new monitor. So I got a new monitor, and I think maybe the brightness is just way low. Because over here on this screen, I look great. Great. And over there, I look really dark. But maybe it's just this new monitor. Getting used to it. Yeah, I think it's just darker. Because this is so vibrant and nice, and this is kind of lame. Cool. All right. What even is this image? Oh, next time, I won't be working on this. I kind of think I want to try to do do a digital stream one week and then a hands-on stream the next. I don't know what hands-on thing I'm going to be doing next time, but something fun, I'm sure, and entertaining and educational. So when I know it, I'll post. Other than that, I think I'm good. So thank you for coming. And yeah, it was really fun to do this little stream. I like doing them a lot, and I really appreciate you coming out for it. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time here on the Fuzz Academy. Bye.